You're in my gallery around my screen. And I would like you just to place your heels together and your toes apart and then your shoulders back and down. Let's look over your right shoulder and then over your left shoulder. I want you to then just take your hands into a little fist and then open. Yeah. So fist and open. What about you? My hands are so cold. And open. All right. So squeeze the knee and the thighs together. So little squeeze of the fist and then open. All right. Go back. Just stretching those fingers, looking over your right shoulder and then over your left. And again, we're going to go over to the right and through center and then over to the left. Okay. Bring your chin down to your chest. Relax your fingers now. Looking down to your tentative position and then take it back. And again, so we're going to come down and then take it back. And then bring your head on top of the horizon and then taking your heels away and your toes are facing forward. Now, as you're standing, we need to find our own personal neutral position this Monday. So we're going to begin to just tilt the pelvis forward and back. So defender. And I won't tell you now, but I'm going to share something with you at the end of the class today that is going to happen to me today. Forward and back. Now, I want you to get into the centre. Right into the centre. So you should be. And then from there, let's just move the pelvis as we lift the heel right to left. Got this. I hope you've had a lovely weekend. Let's get back into the routine of things now, into our week. Setting us up. I always love doing classes on Monday. It really sets you up for the week, isn't it? And then round the other side. That's it, round the other. Loosening everything up. From there, hands down. I want you to take your right arm up to the ceiling, the left arm up to the ceiling. You're going to come into a little side bend, and then you're going to bring that side bend over the other side. Then you're going to bring it up to the center again. You're going to roll the arms down and circle the shoulders. Okay, let's do it again. So you're going to come one. I'm going to take the side bend to the left out. When you're going to go to the right, then up to the center, then lower, and then round. Then the left arm leads. So I lead up on the left, onto the right, over to the side, in and lower. Lovely. Circle round just on the right arm, just right side. Breathe and four. So I'm going to build up on sequences today. Some with mini ball and some without. The Pilates exercises, just a flow from one exercise to the other. Now we're going to lift up the right arm. We're going to take it over the top. We're going to take the left arm under, and then I'm going to bring that position over and through. Yeah, that's it. Over. So the weight of the arms is now really pulling a lot more onto the waist. All right, so I'm going to come over to the right, then I'm going to bring it up to the center. Before I go over to the left, I'm going to do a shoulder press. Then I'm going to do a left over, right under. Then I'm going to do a center. Then I'm going to do a shoulder press. Yeah, so we do over and under and a shoulder press, and then an over and under, and then a shoulder press. Okay, circle around those shoulders. Now, ladies and Nick, take your chin to your chest, roll down, coming into an extension, and then into your flexion. So you're going to come away into an extension. I can guarantee at the end of the class as well, you're going to feel much warmer. It's just the temperature drops so quickly, our body's temperature drops quickly. So, well, it is -4, and then away. Okay, now bringing it up into the flexion, let's bring it all the way to the top. And take your shoulders back and down. I want you to tap forward on the right, and then tap forward on the left. And now to your side. All right, so a little bit of abduction, keeping everything low, tap it back. Okay, and tap it back, and then give me 2 squats. So as I squat, I'm only going to do like a partial. Notice really small, no deep squat yet, okay? So right leg again to the side, right leg again behind you, and then come into 1 squat. And then the other side. So it's a tap, then come to home, then to the side, come home, take it back, bring it in, and squat. Take the arms up, breathe in, and breathe out. Now I'm going to do a side reach. Notice at a side bend, I'm kind of going out to my wall, and then to the other side. Yeah? So it's a sweep and reach, and a sweep and reach. And then I'm going to do 2 squats center. 1, 2. Wait, do a sweep and reach again. 1, 2, and 2 squats. 1 and 2. Now go back to the tap. I'm going to not come home. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. Step it in, squat down. Right, the other side. 1, 2, 3. Step it in, squat down. I'm going to take the step in away. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3. As I step in, I come down. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Step in, come down. Yeah. So I'm kind of taking that final step away. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go back to your side sweep. 1 and 2. 2 squats. Down 1 and 2. Now into your tap forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right arm up, left arm follow. Take it over lateral flexion. Come up to the center, arms down, circle those shoulders. You do that on the left arm and let the right arm lead. So 1 and 2. Over we go. Into the center. Taking it down and circle around. Circle around the right arm. So staying on rotation on your right side. We're going to put all this together. 3 and 4. And then the other side. There we go. Nice big circles. Every time we lift the arms, we really change our vibe. Right arm over. So I want to keep the arms nice and high. And also it keeps the body temperature up as well. Over we go. And through. And then over. Up. Now we're going to do that little reach. Remember that reach over to the right and then to the left. So we do a reach and a reach. Oh, as far as you go. 2 squats. 1 and 2. Lovely. Tap it forward side and then back and then bring it round and then into a side. The other side. So 1, 2, 3. In and go. Squats. Open your arms and then pull them forward. Open back. So it's like an accumulator. I'm just adding on all the way through. Okay. Open. Lovely. Round we go and open. Let's bring the right arm over the top and then the left arm. Notice that the arm stays up. So I'm not lowering the arm down. Yeah. Up. And then take the right arm across the body. Cross. So I'm aiming to touch my arm. Right? You might not be able to get there, or you may be able to touch on one side and then not the other. Okay, give me 2 ripple forwards and then back. And then one more time. And then you're going to take the right arm over the top. Now the right arm, I want it to come across the body. Okay, and then the left arm over the top and then across the body. Okay, we're going to do our first roll down today. So arms down, just roll it down. So looking down at your feet, roll down. Now, again, you might not be able to get to your feet today. Mondays might not be the day to roll all the way down. Or you may be able to. If you are, I don't want you to be locking your legs out like this. So keep them nice and soft. And then when you're in this position, allow the tension to release from the shoulders as you just sway side to side. One more. Let's roll it in your own time. Coming up and through. 3, 2, 1 from the very top. So we do a 1, 1. So muscle memory. Everything begins to sort of fall into place. Other side. Up and through. Take it over and up. And we go and round. Circles on the right. Circle on the right. So you do this for 4. Yeah, remember 4. 3 and 4. And then 4 on the left. And 3 more. And then we're going to do the right arm over. And then the left arm under with that little shoulder press in the center. Do you remember? Here we go. 1. Okay, now as you come over to the side, so you're going to push your left hip out. Yeah, so again, something else to think about. So push it out and then lift up. One more time. Push it out and then lift up. Lovely. Tap forward, forward, side, back, squat. The other side. Forward, side, back, squat. Reach out to your right. Reach out to your left. 2 squats. 1 and 2. Tap forward again on the right. 1, 2, 3. Squat. I'm going to change it. Reach out to your right. 1 squat. Okay, left leg. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Come through. Take it out to the left into that reach. And then into the squat. Let's ripple forward for 2. 1. So every exercise, changing, but flowing over the top. And then right arm again comes across the floor. Then 2 little floats. That's what we want to call them. Last one. And then left arm over to your right. And then left arm over to your right, across the body. And take the arms up, and we're going to do and we'll do that little sway around the feet at the bottom. And roll it down. Sway. Just relax as you and slowly bring it. Baby back bend. Let's lift it up. Lift it up. Okay, from here I'm going to go into a knee raise on my right and then a knee raise on my left. Okay. I'm going to use my opposite arm. Okay. I'm just going to come out. So we were doing a little pattern on the floor, so touching the floor, weren't we? Just taking the leg away slightly now, just to get the balance to the side, out to the side. Push away. So again, keeping that same pattern between forward and back, side to side, and then back. So we're going to do an extension. I'm going to do both arms, yeah? I'll show you from the side. Back, yeah? Lovely. So hip extension. So I'm pushing back the glute. Yeah. 2 more. 1 and 2. Lovely. Stay here. Circle back the shoulders. Let's do it from the top, and then I'm going to do a little add-on. So let's do a right knee and a left arm. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 1, 2. We're going to do 4 of each. Yeah. 4 of each. And no rush at all. To your side. Side. That's it. Just using nice to sway those arms and then bring it forward. 1, 2, 3. So I'm just leaning into it like a Superman, yeah? Now I'm going to step over and come back, yeah? Step and come back. Step and come back. Step and come back. I'm going to have 1 and 2. Other side. 1 and 2. A bit of an arm line. 1 and 2. The other side. 1 and 2. Both arms. 1 and 2. Yeah. 1 and 2. 2 more. Push and open. Push and open. Let's do that knee raise. Knee and knee. The other, and again, 2 more. 1. So you're going to put these movements together to your side. So you've got your hip abduction. Hip abduction. That's it. 3. Then you've got your 4 hip extensions with those arms that are going to come in just like a Superman, yeah? There we go. And remember, both arms, step touch. 1, 2. 1, 2. Single arm. 1, 2. Single arm. 1, 2. Both together. 1, 2. Last one. 1, 2. Stay here. Roll it down halfway. Take your right arm, thread the needle. I bet you feel warmer after that one, don't you? And again, so drop it through. And then you come up into a 12 o'clock. Place the hand onto the knee. Let's do 2 the other side. So drop it through and lift to the top. 1 more. Drop through. Lift. Wonderful. Guys, coming into it. A little extension first today, and then into your flexion, and away, into your extension. Make sure you come up to the top now. Let's come up to the top. Okay. 2, 1, and lower down. Okay. Do we take our mats now, open them out, and let's go down on the floor, keeping your mini ball nice and close to you. You need to get some water, then please do. So, let's go down together. So, are we ready? The shoulders are back and down, standing up nice and straight. We're going to roll down. All right, so roll it down. So we're going from neutral spine into that little flexion, into your flexion, and then you bring your hands down. From there, just walk away from yourself and just make a little pressing down into the heel of the hands. And then we're going to come down onto the knee. Okay? As I come down onto the knees, right, I'm going to take it from, I'm going to go into a Superman with you, okay? So let's think about the position before we start. So before I put any sequence together, I'm going to go through a little position. So heel of the hands are down. I'm not pushing more one side than the other. I'm staying in the center. My knees are in line with the hips, and the knees in line with the hands. I'm going to lift up my right arm. And notice I lift up. The thumb is coming up to the ceiling. And then I plant it down. Thumb up. So why do we put our thumb up? Because we then work the back of the shoulders a little bit more by changing the angle rather than flat arm down. Just try it yourself, yeah? Try how that feels. I turn in the hand. So you've looked at upper body, let's think about lower body now. So from there, I'm going to make sure you've got enough room here. Yes, I just made it. So flex the foot and toe comes down, in, and then the other side. I'm going to come back, flex the foot. Now let's put them together. You're going to take your right arm up and your left leg back. There's the thumb. And the other side. Up. up, in, last time, and in. I'm going to sequence this back into a child's pose. I want you to lengthen those arms as much as you can away from you. Then I'm going to stay low, and I'm going to come through. And as I do, I'm going to come into a little cobra. Baby cobra, keeping my elbows in. Okay, a full cobra is here. So this is going to be entirely up to you where you want to be. And a baby cobra, notice the elbows are tucked in. I'm just doing a little back extension. Okay, so I'm coming up, I'm pushing back, and then I'm going to come forward into that little cobra. Slowly, so it's like a tricep press as well. Push back into child's pose, back into child's pose. Then I'm going to come up, back into all fours. Just to bring my hands in slightly. Into my hands, bringing myself back to all fours to the Superman. Okay, so let's do from the top, then I'm going to add on. All right, so I'm going to do Superman. 1, that's good. 2, 3, and 4. Okay, then I'm going to sit back into a child's pose. Stretch those hands away from you because we want room. Yeah, we're going to stretch them as far as we can. We're going to stay low. We're going to come forward like a little, like lizard, into your little cobra. Push up. Again, if you want to come all the way up, you can. It's absolutely up to you. Okay. And then I'm going to push back and push back onto all fours. So I'm just going to bring my arms in slightly. Okay. So from this position, I'm going to take my right leg away and my left arm, and then the other way, side and away. I'm now going to keep my right knee down and my right arm down, and I'm going to turn. Yeah, and then I'm going to do that the other side. So I'm going to keep same hands, same knee. I'm just going to slightly pivot on the knee. All right, that's it. Down and turn, down and turn. Okay, then take it down, turn it around, but now lower that leg down to the ground. Okay, I'm going to bring my arm through into the thread like a needle and lift it up. Yeah, one more time. Down and through and lift up. I'm now going to pivot around on that knee, taking it down, turning it the other way. Sorry to my back to you. I'm going to thread like a needle and turn it away. And again, thread like a needle and turn away. I'm going to pivot it round so I'm back to all fours and sit back into child's pose. We do that little sequence on the very top. Okay, right, so set yourself back to all fours. I'm going to go all the way through. So, all the way through. So we're going to go into right arm and left leg. Remember the thumb up and lower. So up and through and lower. Remember when we go into Cobra, you are going to decide where you want to be. We've done our Superman. We're going to sit back into your child's pose, back onto your heels, stretching out those glutes. Coming forward, slide it forward, bringing your body weight down. So not only are you working your triceps, getting a bit of weight through your wrists as well. Then I'm going to come lower. I'm going to press down with the heels into the hands. I'm going to lift back and place my hands back in. From there, I go into a modified plank, okay? From there, I'm going to just pop the heel. I'm going to do 2 thread like a needle. Okay. Down we go. Then I'm going to position myself back, bringing it round, pivot it round, turn it the other way. And then I'm going to come down into a thread like a needle Lift up one more time, thread like a needle, and lift up. Pivot it round, sit back, child's pose. Come down now onto our front. It's having the prone position. I want you to take your arms out into a V position. Keep your head in line with the spine, squeezing your muscles in your bottom, and you're going to bring your arms from a V to a W. So you're going to do a V and a W. So there's a V and there's a W. There's a V and there's a W. We're going to make it a little bit harder. So there's my V. As I do a W, I lift into a back extension. Yeah. Lower, lift. If you want to make it harder, we're going to lower, then I'm going to lift one leg at the same time. And lower. And again, you don't have to lift and lower. Yeah? And again, lift and lower. One more time, lift and lower. Bring your hands in, up your feet just underneath you, and then coming up into a full plank. Now again, this will be your choice. Your plank can be on your forearms or your knees down, right? And just put the sequence together. It's absolutely up to you where you want to be. All right, so you decide on your plank, wherever you want to be. Hold it there. And then we're going to lower it down. We're going to do that sequence in the top. 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Stretching those arms away into a V, walk it into a W, and lower. And again, squeeze and lower. 2 more. 1. And up. Okay, now get ready for your plank. You decide where you want to be. Hands to your up. Remember, you're down onto your knees or your forearms, wherever you want to be. 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop to the knees and sit back. The 2 little sequences that we've done. Well done. So we've done our Superman that went into a modified plank, and then we've gone from a prone back exercise into a full plank or a 3-quarter. Alright, so let us go into a side lion. So I'm going to place my head this side, and you're going to try, if you can, to come with me. You can decide where you want to be. So we take the legs up nice and long. You can have your head in your hand, or if it's comfortable on your neck, just place it down and place your head on your bicep. I'm now going to make my body really long. I'm going to come down a little bit. So from this position, please, if you want to, let's all do it actually to begin with. Let's all place our hand in front of us. I'm running out of room here. I'm going to lift and lower the leg. That's all I'm doing, is lifting and lowering and making sure that the hips are stacked one on top of the other as I lift and lower. So I lift and lower. Now, my upper body is down on the ground. We've got a little bit of extension here, just before it's through your glutes, lower back. So I'm going to bring my arm over, and then I'm going to bring my arm to my leg. Okay, now, keeping the body down on the ground, not too difficult at all. But if you want to make it harder, come away and lower. So I'm lifting over, and again, I'm going to bring it over and through. I'm going to do one more. Again, lift up, through. I want you to bend the knees and then bring that arm underneath you and bring yourself up so you're in a three-quarter position. Your hips are down onto the floor, and then you're going to go into a lovely pull-up position from the mat, yeah? So it's like a modified side plank. My weight is down on the floor to begin with. And make this a little bit harder. Lift up, away from the mat, and extend the top leg. Lift the arm up, so I'm in a modified side plank. So let's circle the leg one way. Hang on a minute. Right, we're going to circle the leg one way. 2, 3, and 4. And then you do 4 on the other side. So this is hard. Now, if you want to lower your hips down to the floor and do this, then that's up to you. Okay. I'm going to bring that knee back in to join the other. I'm going to bring myself back down onto the mat. And I'm going to tuck my arm underneath me. Okay. So my hands are together and I'm going to open my door and close. And again, open your door. You're then going to take this underneath arm. You're going to push up to a seated position. As you push up to seated, it's underneath leg then becomes. Underneath leg then comes forward and the other back. You're going to place the hands together and you're going to do a little rotation. So you go around. Bring it into the centre if you can without touching the ground. Bring it around the other side. Okay. Then we're going to do a rotation. And off we go. And again, rotation. And round. Okay, now this will bring us nicely as we slide down onto the other side. So legs are long, and you're just going to lift and lower that top leg. Right, so lift and lower. Sometimes it's easier to teach side lying when you're on a screen than what it is when you've been in a hall and you lay your mats out and you can't see the front of the teacher. So it's sometimes much easier to do a side lying circuit when we are on Zoom in our own homes. Fine anyway. Okay, so remember what we're going to do. We're going to lift and lower. Yeah? And again, I'm going to lift. Now we're going to make it a little bit harder if you want to. We're going to lift and through and lower. And again, lift and through and lower. One more time. I mean, too much. 4, 1. Last one, 2. Okay. Then I'm going to bring those legs in like a fetal position. Bring that underneath arm underneath me. And I'm going to sit up nice and tall. So I'm not in the mat in this position. I'm up nice and tall. And you can stay here in this modified side plank, or you can come up with me. Right? And then we're going to circle the leg. Give it 4 one side, 4 one way round, and then 4 the other. And then round the other way. 1, 2. Remember, you can always come down onto the mat. 3. Depends how much you want to challenge yourself. And 4. Okay. Bring that leg in, lower the hips down to the mat. Bring that arm underneath you, hands on top, and then open the door. And close. One more time. Open your door. And lovely. I want you to roll over. Roll over onto your back. Roll over onto your back. And just open your arms. Sacrum is down onto the ground. And then just roll over. Right side. We're going to finish with a little bit of a mini ball sequence, as we seem to be playing on these sequences today. And okay, I'm now going to take the mini ball. I'm going to take it between the knees. And I'm in a tabletop position. I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm keeping the legs. And notice that today when I was teaching at Sky's earlier, I noticed an awful lot of people doing this. Okay, so go around and correct this. Do it, try it. It's not really working your core muscles, right? So you need to think, if anything, a tabletop should be a little bit further away. So the further away the thighs are, then the harder it is, the more muscle fibers that you engage. Yeah? So if anything, you want to push those legs further away. Okay. So over to your right side, and then over to your left side. And then you're going to come into the center, and you're going to place your feet down, and you're going to come into a bridge. So you're going to roll up into a bridge, and then I'm going to come down low. But as I come down low, no touching the floor, right? Lift up and lower. That's it. Lift up and lower. One more time. Now we're going to do an ab crunch. Right, now I'm going to come all the way down. Coccyx is down onto the floor. As it comes down to the floor, I'm going to lift my head, neck, and shoulders up towards my thighs and my ball, right? But you've got the ball between the thighs because we want pelvic floor to work a little bit harder for us. If you want to go harder into the lower abdominals, then take your legs up into a tabletop position. Feel the difference from lying down. So when you're working your upper muscles and your lower at the same time. So my sequence now will lead us nicely into rolling from the top. So over we go. Just gentle on the mind. Nothing too dramatic or a surprise, yeah? Just rolling over in your own time size. And then up to the top, taking the legs down into your bridge. Again, so the moment the feet touch down on the ground, you then move into your bridge. So you go bridge, but there's no stopping. Now on your curl ups, you're going to do 4. You're going to decide where you want to be. Yeah, so feet are down or you're in the tabletop. So that's 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do this little routine with you one more time. So over we go. 1 and 2. I'm going to cut it in half. I'm going to take the feet down to the floor and I'm going to go into a shoulder press, a shoulder bridge for 2. 1. Now ready with those hands. 2. Bringing the legs up and through. 1. Knees and chest. And you are done. Just roll off side to side. Do yourself a little massage. Take the ball away from you and then just put in your right leg over your left. Taking your right hand and just press on the inside of the thigh. I'm feeling this stretch right way through into your abductor, your glute med, natural area of your hip. Let it go and then roll it over. And now you're working to the opposite side. You're feeling the channel of stretch on your opposite. Okay, up to the top, take that down, and then the other side. And so we're going to take then the hand, push it against the inside of the thigh. Okay, and then you're going to roll it over. Oh, that's my favourite stretch. Up to the top. Bring those knees into the chest. Lift head, neck, and shoulders. Lift up to see Good position, arms away, and then just a little, 4 little half roll backs, yeah? And then 2 more. 1. That's it. And lift up. Last one. And come out and face the front, taking the soles of your feet together, and then just pressing down on the inside of your thighs. Bring you up to standing, and then we're done for Monday. Bring it away. Bring it around the side of you, wherever way is most comfortable for you. All right, tuck your toes under and lift up. You're sequenced out, aren't you? And then roll those hands back in and roll it up to the top. And hopefully you feel so much warmer. You can turn the heating down, won't you? Save yourself some cost. All right, then we're going to go back to the top. And then from there, we're going to take the right arm up and the left arm up. And we're going to come over. That nice stretch there. And circle those shoulders. And then the other side, open over. And 1. And over 2. Take it down and through. Bend the knees. Take a lovely deep breath in. Lift up to the top and windmill those arms around. And again, 1 more. Bend the knees. Lift up. And move those arms around. Interlace your fingers. Press forward. And then stretch.